Hi everyone, this is Joy with Create It with Joy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's project is for Spellbinders using their card kit of the month for June, Life is a Party. Now I have made 10 cards in this card kit. Actually I made 11 because apparently I don't know how to count, but you can make at least 10 cards with this card kit. So I'm just going to do a quick showing you what's in the box when you get it. First, you get this card here that shows you some ideas and shows you the dies that come in this kit. And I like that it gives you a little bit of examples of how to make some cards. Here's the dies. These are a bunch of floral flowers and leaves. And then you always get some sort of sequence. These are white. And then you get some foam squares and some double-sided tape. These are like chipboard stickers, and you've got some on both sides, and I actually end up using a decent amount of those. And then you've got these letter stickers, and I was so excited about these when I saw it when I pulled those out of the kit. And then you've got a stamp set that always comes in the kit, and this has some really cute sentiments. This is full of the pre-made die cuts, and you get 2 of all the die cuts. You get 10 envelopes, 10 card bases. Here is their 6x6 paper pad, so you get tons of paper. And then here's the cardstock that you get inside, and there is a mirror gold cardstock, which I absolutely love. I think it's a great kind of cardstock to have. Now here are the dies, and a couple of these dies go together so you can actually cut out the flower. It's the same thing with the leaf, and these 2 larger flowers, you need the frame and the center part to make the flower. And then you've got some other leaves, you've got some centers and a couple smaller flowers. And so I'm taking some of the patterned paper, and I will be die cutting some of these flowers out of it. Now, I'm really good about sticking with just the contents of the kit to make the card. I did use some embossing powders. I used a white and a gold, I believe. And I did go to my stash and get out some black cardstock for one of the other cards because there was not black cardstock in this set. So I did that. And obviously ink, you know, when you're stamping your sentiments. Yeah, so I'm just trying to stay using the card kit so you guys can see that you really can make a minimum of 10 cards with just this card kit, and you will still have so much stuff left over when you're done. It's unreal. I mean, you can make a ton of cards. But now you can see how those flowers go together. So here's another piece of patterned paper that I'm going to be die cutting these flowers from. And I had a pink background that I was going to put under these flowers, but I actually changed my mind and got out the mirror gold cardstock. And that will kind of be behind these flowers. There's also a little circle here that you could put in the center of these flowers if you wanted it to be different. I actually didn't do it that way, but you could. Again, I'm taking some more patterned paper and cutting out of leaves. And the theme that it's kind of running is that it's got some gold metallic in the flowers, and like on this patterned paper and another patterned paper that I used for the leaves, it's gold metallic. So I just kind of liked that little bit of color to kind of bring everything together because I am doing these different pattern papers for the flowers. So I'm just die cutting everything out using my tool in 1 to punch things out, to clean everything out. You can see there that little frame or that little leaf has the frame and then the inner part. And then there's a bunch of little tiny pieces that go to this piece right here that's in my hand. And I die cut those off camera because I had to die cut a ton of them, but I put together a pink piece and a gold piece. And they just look like little flower buds at the end. And that's what I was just showing you in my hand there. So again, all off camera. So now I'm going to start putting together some of these flowers so you can see. So you've got this tiny flower, a little center, and then an even tinier center. And I'm just going to glue all of those together with some liquid glue. As you can see, they just lay in nice and easy. You guys could do in any color combination. I really liked the idea of the patterned paper flowers because the background will be a solid background instead of doing it the reverse way. These larger flowers I'm gluing to the mirror gold cardstock, and I will do the same thing with the big one. And so you can see that little piece there that's gold and pink. Now we're going to use the sentiment, the word surprise, from the stamp set. And I'm lining that up in my MISTI, and I'm going to prep that with an anti-static bag. And I'm going to stamp that with some clear embossing ink, and using white embossing powder, I will heat that until it's nice and set. And I love this navy cardstock that came in the kit, and I think this white embossing powder absolutely pops on this. But you also could do gold, and that would be really pretty as well. Now I'm going to adhere everything together. I've already laid everything out, and I kind of just lay everything out and just start pulling pieces off and gluing them down and tucking them in. I am going to be using the foam tape that came in the kit. Sometimes on some of these other cards I will also use my 3M foam tape because it's just a little bit lower, thinner profile, so just depending on what I'm looking for on my card. Just a little bit of liquid glue in and around, and that, again, that little piece had all those little gold and pink pieces that look like little flower buds. But I'm loving the way that this card is coming together on this navy cardstock, and it is trimmed down about 1/8 of an inch around all sides. So when I attach it to my white card base, and again, that comes in the kit as well, I have a white frame around my card. So I'm going to finish gluing these guys. And I liked popping some of these up with some of the dimension. I think it looks great. And it's kind of hugging that surprise sentiment. Isn't that just looking so, so pretty? So now that that's done, I'm going to trim off the excess around. I had accidentally already put my adhesive on the back and then realized, no, I don't want to do that. But see, now you've got that beautiful frame. And you've got the gold in there and all the color from the pattern paper. Okay, on to this next card. This is a really super cute card. It's got this fun watermelon paper, and this again is from the kit. I trimmed that down smaller around all the edges and then kind of took a little piece out of the center, if that makes sense. This sentiment that says gather together, this is the pre-made die cuts and the 2 watermelons. And like I said, you get 2 of each image. So I was able to do 2 of these cute little watermelons because it makes it feel like summer. And I used the foam tape from the kit behind the gather together, and then I'm just using my other foam tape behind the watermelons because I didn't want them to have as high of a profile. And then there's another little sentiment that says my place or yours, and again that is from the pre-made die cuts. And I'm going to add some foam tape behind that and adhere that right below those cute watermelons. A little bit of liquid glue just so it'll stay. I think this background paper is just so much fun. And some of these cards come together so, so quick. I'm going to add a few of these sequins, and some of them are white and some of them are kind of like a yellowy, or some of them kind of a little bit pink, which I really like. Now that card is done. Super easy, super simple. What a fun way to say, hey, let's get together when we can quit social distancing. Okay, on to the next card. I trimmed that piece down about 1/2 inch around all sides, attached it to the pink cardstock that's trimmed down about 1/4 inch on all sides, and that is from the kit. This first flower bouquet that we're putting down is a die cut, and then the second one is one of those chipboard stickers. Taking some more of that navy cardstock, and I'm going to be stamping 2 sentiments. It says, it's a party. Again, using some white embossing powder, and I'm going to heat that till it melts. And on this dark cardstock, after you prep it with an anti-static tool, take a rag or a washcloth, or not a wet washcloth, or like a paper towel, a dry paper towel, and just dust off your paper, and then that will come off and it won't look so dusty. Again, using some foam tape behind that, adding that to the top of that flower arrangement. I will add a few more sequins and a couple of those little gold pieces I have left from cutting all those flowers. These are like the gold centers. I'm going to add a few of those to this card as well. This is actually one of my favorite cards. I like the coloring of it. I really like navy and pink this kind of pink and that navy cardstock, I think is really super, super pretty color combination. But look at that, you've got dimension, you've got shimmer, you've got gold. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Okay, next card. I am using a piece of the Marigold cardstock, and as you can see, there was a die cut piece cut out of the center. I like to do that if I'm going to have to die cut something out of my specialty papers. I cut it out of the center so I can still use it for something like this. Everything is trimmed down again smaller so we can have quite a few frames. And then I'm going to be using these fun stickers, and I'm going to do the HB and the number 2 and then you, so happy birthday to you. And I'm going to pull out my T ruler so I can actually get this lined up straight, because I swear I think things are straight and then they're on this horrible slant. So I'm going to line that up, and there's this really cute cake with a candle that is in the die cut, the pre-made die cuts. And again, I'm going to put some foam tape behind that and put that right above the happy birthday to you. And then there's another little sentiment there. It looks like a little banner that says sweet memories. And I'm going to put that right below, and that I'm not going to put any dimension behind. And then again, a couple of those little gold pieces left over from die cutting those flowers for the first card. And you've got this really cute happy birthday card. And I love that pink and gold together. Super cute. All right, prepping that fun pink cardstock again from the kit using the sentiment Hooray. And that is from that little stamp set. And this I'm actually going to heat emboss with gold embossing powder. The white embossing powder is from Simon Says Stamp, and the gold embossing powder, no, excuse me, the white is from Ranger, the gold is from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm taking some more of that pattern paper I did at the beginning to cut some of those flowers out of. I think this is one of my all-time favorite pattern papers. The colors and the pattern is beautiful. Trimmed that down about 1/4 of an inch smaller than an A2 size card. Adding some foam tape behind this really cute, fun banner. Again, this was in the pre-made die cuts. There's my Hooray sentiment, and then this other little sentiment that came in the die cuts. It says, "The fun doesn't start till you walk in." And I'm just gluing that straight down and putting a little bit of foam tape behind the Hooray sentiment. And then we're going to finish it off with some more of these sequins. This adds a nice little fun shimmer, and I just love how colorful and bright and lively this card turned out to be. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue behind them. I just like to get everything laid out first and then decide if I love it. Some people I watch, they can just glue things down, and I don't know, maybe they planned it out way ahead of time. I just feel like they're geniuses. I'm just not that way. And look at that. Isn't that a fun card? That background paper is just so, so pretty to me. And that banner is really super, super cute. Okay, on to our next card. This is some fun background paper. It looks like this really dark black wood planks. And what I thought would be fun is to have these fun bright colors with the gold accents on it pop off of this background, this black background. So I just glued some straight down, some with foam tape. I'm trimming that off. I will adhere this to a piece of the Marigold cardstock, which is only slightly bigger than that centerpiece. I wanted a really thin frame, and that centerpiece is about 1/2 inch smaller around all sides. I am going to be stamping on some white cardstock that came in the kit, and the sentiment says Celebration in some black ink, and that's it. I just left it at it as is. I just love those circles. I think they're so, so pretty. Okay, next card. This is where I brought in some black cardstock. This is Ebony cardstock. No, actually this is licorice cardstock from Lawn Fawn. And these cute little cactus I think are so darling. And then that is a chipboard sticker. And I will add a little bit of foam tape behind it because I did want it to have a tad bit more dimension. I'm going to adhere that down, and then I'm just going to glue down the cute little cacti just right flat directly to the page. You could use some foam tape behind it, but I didn't feel like it needed it. Adding a few sequins, add a little bit of shimmer. You just got to have some. I'm just using my finger. You could use a jewel picker, but my finger is working great. And then that card is done. I love that background paper. I think it is just really, really pretty. Okay, so I was really excited about this card. I am using a chipboard sticker. Sorry, my brain was not working there. There was also a die cut barbecue grill you can see there. But I got a bonus Father's Day card out of this kit, which I'm super excited about. So obviously those stickers spell out the word dad. Using my T ruler so I can get things lined up how I need it to be. And I'm going to use that chipboard grill because I liked that it had the little smoke coming from the top. So I'm adding a little bit of liquid glue because I just really don't want anything happening to that sticker. And then you got these cute little die cut sentiments that say Kiss the Cook and Barbecue Master, and this cute little hot dog on a stick, well, on a fork. And we're going to grill that. But I think this is a great little Father's Day card, and I was super excited that I was able to get that out of this kit. I was not expecting that at all until I was looking at everything and planning out my cards. I am going to add a little piece of a little strip of that mirror gold cardstock because I felt like it needed something to kind of ground the images and the sentiment. And then you could stamp a Happy Father's Day on the inside. Isn't that just a fun, simple, total guy card? I was excited about that. Okay, this one, I just love these little llamas. I think llamas are just the funniest thing. And the sentiment says crazy friends, amazing memories. And I just think llamas look crazy. I mean, I think they're cute, but sometimes their teeth are just so nutty, and oh my gosh. We go to Paso Robles in California, and we go to this organic farm. Well, it's got a market, it's an olive farm, but they have llamas and things like that in the back. And this one, its teeth were just so hilarious. Oh my gosh, we couldn't stop laughing. Anyways, I am gluing some sequins to the top of this little banner thing to each one of those little pieces, and I think that turned out really, really cute. And that is a fun background paper. All right, on to the next one, adding some foam tape behind this floral image. And I think these are little octagon things, if I'm remembering from school correctly, but I could be really, really wrong. I just liked that it was kind of abstract in a way. And so I'm just going to adhere those down onto a white piece of cardstock and then trimmed out a piece of the patterned paper that has a bunch of hearts on it. And that is A2 size. There is no white frame around it. And then I'm going to use the stickers again to say happy birthday to you. I actually end up making them lower than what I showed you here. And I did not use my T ruler for this because the flowers were kind of in the way. So I kind of moved them down and tucked them in. And then we'll add some sequins around. And I think this card turned out really, really pretty. This is one of my favorite cards too. You guys can see these really simple to make a ton of cards. It's really, really awesome. Isn't that pretty with all that gold everywhere? I just love that. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I love gold everything. So the more gold, the better. All right. This is actually my last bonus card because, like I said at the beginning, I didn't count very well when I was planning my cards. I lay them out and I thought I had 10, but I had 11, so that was kind of a nice surprise. I had to pull out one of my other card bases from Spellbinders that I've had from kits forever ago. So this has got a cute sentiment that says best day, putting some foam tape behind that. Those cute little heart banners, glued them on a diagonal. I am using a light pink cardstock, and that is from the kit, cut to an A2 size. And then here are some heart cardboard or chipboard stickers, and we're going to put that in and around. And then you can stamp a happy birthday on the inside. And isn't that just fun? And that background is really fun again with all the gold. Really cute, really fun cards to make. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by. I hope this inspires you to create something wonderful. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, share with your crafty friends, and please definitely comment, because I do really love to communicate with you guys. I love to hear what you have to say. I do have some affiliate links below. It costs you guys absolutely nothing to use, but it does continue to help me. So thank you so very much for using them. And I will see you guys shortly. Bye.